by everyone how blessed it is. So people often forget the month of Sha'ban. To make the point, the Prophet ﷺ used to fast the whole of the month of Sha'ban. He used to fast every single day of the month of Sha'ban. Inshallah, we have people who have that himmah, who have that aspiration to try to do that, inshallah ta'ala. The Prophet ﷺ said about that, I want to find myself. They asked, they inquired, why do you fast the month of Sha'ban, Ya Rasulullah? And he said, it's the forgotten month. And I want my Lord to find me in the best of states, and that best of state is a state of fasting. That is the moment where du'as are answered. Like I said already, this is an opportunity for all of us. This halwa, this seclusion, has been taught by the Prophet ﷺ. It has been taught by those that came after him, our ulama, our teachers. So in these moments, and I don't want to take too much time because we're in a blessed gathering, a gathering where the remembrance of the Prophet ﷺ is being made, the remembrance of Allah is being made, people are listening and people are participating, understanding the power of the Rasul, power of Allah in their lives. Alhamdulillah, the things that we recite, and oftentimes the youngsters will wonder, and oftentimes I did wonder as well, why are we reciting these and what is the origin for it? Why do we recite them? Both the Mongoose Mawlid and the Asma al-Husna and then the Ratib al-Haddad or Haddad Ratib that we're about to recite has been written by their authors because of afflictions in their communities. People came and requested from them to give them something to read that they may seek from Allah relief from this affliction. So these things are the kernel within our communities. The Haddad Ratib is from Yemen, from the Hadramaut region, and it's manifest in many countries all over the world. And likewise, the Mongoose Mawlid within our Malayali community. But the purpose of it is the remembrance of the Rasul. At a time when we don't have anywhere to seek asylum, we don't have things to go to seek asylum from, we seek asylum within the Rasul. And that is the port of call for every mu'min, every believer, every time. There isn't any relief for a believer save it is in the asylum with the Prophet ﷺ. On that day of judgment where the people are going towards all the prophets, seeking asylum with them from what Allah has bestowed upon them. And the people go and they go to all the prophets, Prophet Adam alayhi salam, Nuh alayhi salam, Ibrahim alayhi salam. They go to Prophet Isa alayhi salam, Musa alayhi salam, and they find asylum in the Prophet sallallahu alayhi wasallam. These times are no different. We are in times which are strange. We are in times which many scholars have spoken as the end of times. Our success and our relief to any affliction will come from the Prophet sallallahu alayhi wasallam. Just to finish, inshallah, just a piece of advice for myself and you. The Hadith Qudsi that is brought forward for us. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, my slave draws nearer to me through the obligatory acts, the faraid, and then he continues to draw closer to me by a handspan, then a foot, gets closer and closer until I am his eyes, I am the sight he sees with, I am the hearing that he hears with, I am the feet that he walks with and the hand that he strikes with. This Hadith Qudsi is beautiful because it's telling us what we need to prioritize in this moment. Often the excuse for us is that we don't have enough time. Surely enough, we have enough time for that. You may have schoolwork to do, you may have other things to do, but there is still plenty of time. You are not going anywhere and you shouldn't be going anywhere. Okay, that's the advice that's given and that's the advice that you should take. Take it as an opportunity to practice the halwa that the Prophet ﷺ talked about. So priorities for this time, for the next couple of months. So it should be, we have the month of Sha'ban and then the month of Ramadan. So priorities for us. Firstly, reconnect with your family, especially with your parents. The best friend of a young man should be his father. The best friend of a young woman should be her mother. That is simple. Many of us have many amends to make with our parents. Let's make this time for that. Let's make this a time for us to make amends with our siblings, with people within our household. When everything goes wrong, our household will be the ones that are always there for us. So don't neglect them. Reconnect with them. Make time for them. Put those devices and your friends aside for a short while and reconnect with your family. Secondly, reconnect with Allah. The best way to do it as a family. Pray your fara'id, pray it on time in jama'ah, pray it together in congregation. Man and sons, father and sons, mother and daughters, the whole family even. Whatever you're able to do, make sure you're doing that and make sure you're doing it regularly. Maintain that regularity with what you're doing. Thirdly, reconnect with the Quran. If you're able to read a juz every day, excellent. Keep it going. Keep it going. Complete the whole khatam of the Quran within 30 days. You can't do that. Do hafiz juz a day. Okay, you can't do that. Read a page. Okay, you can't do that. Do half a page. Okay, you can't even do that. You haven't got the time. You don't find it that easy. Read an ayah even. But what I would recommend, 10 minutes in your day. 10 minutes in your day, put it aside and say, this is the time I'm going to read Quran. And make sure you stick to that. Inshallah, Allah gives you increase from that. And then fourthly, increase in other good works. Increase in the sunnah acts that you're doing. Learn some new du'as. Increase in your knowledge. These are all good things. I leave you with this hadith of the Prophet ﷺ. The Prophet ﷺ said, Ibadah in the time of difficulty, Ibadah in the time of difficulty is like migrating to me. I'll repeat that. The Prophet ﷺ said, Ibadah in the time of difficulty is like migrating to me. And there is nothing greater than that. I promise you there is nothing greater than that, and it will be our only source of relief in these times that we return to the Prophet ﷺ. Ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to bless all of us, all those that are hearing in this gathering, all those that are absent from these gatherings. May Allah bring those hearts closer. May Allah make this a source of goodness for the community, Muslim community, the Malayali Muslim community, the Muslim community, the communities around the world who are suffering, Muslim and non-Muslim. Make Allah make us a source of goodness for people throughout our lives. May Allah make us connect to the Prophet ﷺ. Wa afa minkum. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah.
Alaikum assalam wa rahmatullah. Muneeb Ustad, mic to you. Any Haddad lead idoli?
إلى حضرة النبي محمد المصطفى صلى الله عليه وسلم. الفاتحة. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين. إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم